Hey, this is Mick from Nonsense Inc.
Hey, this is Chris from Nonsense Inc.
We're skipping Today in History because today in history, I'm having to move again. And fuck moving.
Yeah.
Moving is like the devil's eviler twin.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just that bad. It sucks.
Yeah, it's just that horrible.
But, yes, the devil's eviler twin. How did that elude you?
Well, I didn't know Lucifer had a twin.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Anyway, so yeah, moving sucks. Partially done. Going to be doing it over the next couple of days. That's partially why we have not put a whole hell of a lot out between the last recording and now. But yet here we are, and I got pretty much my entire life in the corner of this room. And
In what?
in this room.
Yeah, but in what?
In the garage bar, in the new house.
Yeah, I understand all that, but what is it in? Garbage bags.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Best way to move ever.
Oh, yeah, because dual purpose.
Yeah. You can use them afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then, but after that, you shouldn't use them again.
Well, really? No fuck.
Some people out there, you know, they might not know.
Yeah, they might make
But yeah,
ponchos or something.
So yeah, there's that, and there's well, you know what there is. There's a big pile of shit in the corner that I'm gonna have to sort through in the next few days. Yeah, month, 6 months. Like sometimes I put off procrastinating just because.
Well, yeah. What else would you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna procrastinate tomorrow. I mean, but so we're gonna have a guest come in here in a little bit. Nice looking gal, smart. She is a lot dirtier than
anybody would ever believe.
Yeah, I mean, you look at her. She's a nice looking, well-to-do gal, pretty, well put together, clean. But the shit that comes out of her mouth
reminds me of a certain South Park episode.
Yeah, no. She looks a lot better than a drawn Martha Stewart.
That wasn't the one I was talking about.
Oh, well, at any rate, so she's going to be coming over here in a few minutes because we moved well within walking distance, and, well, I guess she's
been on the show before.
Yeah, she's part of the reason that we keep doing this. So she'll be here to talk about scandalous things. Is the text message that I got?
Yeah, that was a hell of a topic.
And,
I can't.
I can't wait to hear what she's got. So, oh, you know what? There she is. She's coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. We'll throw a transition in, and we will get started. All right, so we're back, and she's kind of a nosy bitch. She wanted to take a self-stated nosy bitch.
Yeah, she did say that.
Wanted to take a look around the house, so she's nosing around the house. But so we asked her, "Would you mind us? We're gonna try something new." So we kind of want to video record one of the episodes to post later on.
Well, let's see if you guys like the way we look.
They won't. We're both ugly.
I know, but I can hope. All right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You know what, Chris? No matter how bad you ever feel, and how bad you think you look, you are somebody's reason to masturbate.
Oh, Jesus. I don't really want to know who.
Yeah, I know, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
There's somebody right now.
Yeah, well, I hope. I mean, I don't want to know who they are, but I hope.
Do you not want to know what his name is?
You love pulling that one.
I know. Anyway, so we're gonna video record the segment that hopefully it'll pan out well, where we talk about scandalous things going on and basically what we did or she did or us did that was scandalous.
Someone did something at some point.
Yeah. Yes. So we're going to video record that and add that to something later on. But we hope you liked the episode enough to tune in and maybe chip in a buck or two to view the recording. I mean, it's not going to be anything special, but we do gesture from time to time, and so you'll end up getting the whole experience. So
maybe not the whole experience.
yeah, well, which hole are you talking about? So with that being said,
Zing.
You're killing me.
Hey, yes, I am.
With that being, I think she's coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll let her get situated, and we'll be back here in a moment. All right, we're back. We got a guest. Her name is. Do you want a cover name, or do you want your actual name?
You can use I don't care anymore.
Well, I asked for a reason, and obviously what we were discussing
Yeah.
earlier. So this is Rachel. She lives nearby now. We just moved, and
Yeah.
fuck moving. Moving sucks. Moving is awful. I've done it way too much. So we asked Rachel what she thought a great off-the-wall question would be, and she said, "What's the most scandalous thing you've ever been a part of?" And my first response was, like, "Are you curious, or is that my topic?" But jokingly. So she actually has a story. So I'd love to hear what you have to say about something scandalous.
Okay. So this happened about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, back when I still lived in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I had a best friend at the time. We're going to call her...
Do you remember?
Kelly.
Yes.
We're gonna call her
We have Kelly and Tina.
Kelly and Tina. So we're going to call her Kelly.
Okay.
And Kelly is my best friend. And Kelly plays a lot of things close to the vest. She's a very shy person, and even though we're best friends, she doesn't talk much about her love life. Okay? She's been burned before by numerous guys.
Right, so you play it close until you're
and
comfortable.
Even with me.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
when she
Because of your enormous penis.
Yes. I adjust myself.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
oh, I'm sorry, did I need to scoot over?
Yeah.
Is that...
It's hanging out her
You
capris.
make me some room. So, anyway, you can't do this when we get sidetracked. So, when she would mention a boy or a guy or whatever, she obviously really liked this person. Okay.
All right.
And I could tell she'd been dating someone because she's been a little bit happier than usual, and I'm happy
Right.
for her. And then I'm like, she'll disclose when she's ready. So we're sitting out one time having coffee, and she's like, "Well, I'm obviously involved with this guy, and I really, really, really like him." And I'm like, "Great, good for you." And she's like, "But there's a catch." And I said, "Oh God, there's
Always.
always a catch.
Always.
He's engaged,
He's got.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
And I'm
but
like-
not married.
but not married, engaged."
Okay.
And so I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't think that's the best thing for you, but at the same time, I'm choosing to not judge, because sometimes life is a little bit more
It
complicated.
it happens.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit more complicated, and I don't want to judge this guy because he could maybe be ending this." And she says that he's going to end it with this girl.
Well, of course. He
Because-
says that.
And I mean, from
she's
what
sleeping
she
with him.
sounds like,
Yeah. What better way to get two?
yeah. And I mean, like, apparently they met through work and that kind of a thing.
I thought you were gonna say farmersonly.com.
Very, very close, actually. So, anyway, this guy, she doesn't really talk about him very much, obviously, because he's engaged. And then their relationship progresses, and she still doesn't talk a lot about it. Okay? That's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But she's kind of saying, "Well, I'm really, really starting to fall for him," which is a big deal for Kelly. I mean, it's kind of
What's a big deal for most women? Period.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
but with her, she
people.
really plays it. She plays it really close. Like, anyway, so not to brag on myself, but I'm living with my parents at this phase in my life with my kid while my husband's underway. And,
Sailor, yep.
Yep. So she comes over to my house.
Go Navy.
And we're going to have a girls' night. So we get comfortable, and she's like, I'm going to go make myself a drink in the kitchen. I said, okay, you make that drink.
Now, was this a magic trick, or is she actually like pouring?
I'm getting
my question is how comfortable?
Dick out comfortable.
As in my fantasy.
I mean, dick
You really
out.
want to see Rachel's
Just because.
dick.
Oh, no, she'd shame me. It's probably twice the length of mine.
I mean, comfortable, okay?
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Excuse me while I slip into something a little more comfortable.
Comfortable. So anyway, she goes to the kitchen, and she comes out
Why do I imagine bondage gear when you say that?
y'all need some.
Well, I got that girl tied up in the basement.
No.
You were
Jesus.
quick on moving in. Sex swing.
Yeah, that's coming.
You got enough room for it down there.
I got plenty of room for it. I can get it out of storage now. It's alright. You know.
Okay.
It'll be okay. So,
Okay, so
making yourself a
so
drink.
she's making herself a drink. Well, I'm in the living room, and she comes out, and she's pale, and I'm like,
Oh no.
what the fuck happened to you in the 5 seconds you were in there? And she's holding up a picture, and she's like, what is this? And I'm like, that's a fucking engagement picture
Oh shit.
of David and Tina.
Oh no.
And I'm like, she goes, how do you know David and Tina? And I'm like, my parents go to church with Tina's family. They're actually best friends with Tina's parents.
The plot thickens.
So she's like,
Like gravy.
yeah. So she's like, this is the guy that I'm
Oh.
seeing.
Did you just say light gravy?
Yeah, it thickens.
Oh,
It does.
Snappy.
It's actually clever. I'll give you
Where the
that.
fuck is Steve?
Yeah, where is Steve? Is he back yet?
I don't think he knows where we live now.
Oh, alright. We might put that in,
Wait, is
in a
Steve
memo.
in the basement?
Not yet.
Taking it.
Is
He
Steve
better
in this?
not. That's my teenager.
Oh, okay. Brings me back to David.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Okay, so, anyway, she's like, this is the guy I'm seeing. So I'm like, okay. So I said, what do you mean? That's
Yeah.
Tina's
Fiance.
fiance, and they're getting married in like,
Financier. What did you put the cap on for?
and they're like getting married in 3 weeks.
Dipshit.
And so I'm like, so the guy that you've been seeing is the guy that Tina is engaged to. And I'm just like, I've seen this guy in passing on the very few times I've decided to go to church and be tortured.
Yeah.
Wait. What church was this? And did you have to pay for it? Was that the
It's called
offering
the
plate?
collection plate.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so,
Yeah, because the guy next to you puts a 20 and you can't be a bitch.
oh, I can be a bitch.
You
I'm
gotta-
gonna get you a fucking quarter, asshole. I don't fucking care.
Here's my floorboard
My
change.
pride died a long time
Here, I need
ago.
my change.
Yeah, exactly. Can I have that 20? I'm poor. Anyway, so
Give a quarter, take a 20.
she gets really she gets really pale. So anyway, she's like, this is who I've been seeing, and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
And so she's like really upset about it because she's like, I think that made her seem like the engagement was always kind of like something that she didn't really want to believe, and now she
Right,
sees a
now
photo
there's-
on my
yeah.
fucking refrigerator. It's very real to her now.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I guess I'm trying to be nice and console her, and
Make her smaller.
she's already a very tiny person, actually.
Oh, she's single?
You beat me to
She
it.
might be. I don't know anymore.
Oklahoma ain't that far away. I got really good gas miles with that thing.
You do.
Alright, sorry.
So,
Go ahead.
anyway, so she decides, of course, she gets wasted and calls him. And she's like,
Oh.
Oh, brilliant! Brilliant.
she's like, I'm over at these people, like, my friend's house, and, you're still engaged. I guess he told Tina that the
there was
engagement was off.
Yeah, there was.
And
yeah.
so she's still dating this guy, and he's telling her he loves her and like is madly in love with her and all this stuff. So then I'm like, well, fuck. And Tina, who, by the way, like, I know, she's kind of my little sister's best friend.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, this girl is not, Tina is a good person. Like, she's a good little Christian girl. She has saved herself. Like, I'm not...
so she's probably a puma in the sack.
No, she saved it. She doesn't know yet.
So, I mean, like, she's like, you know, like, as far as girls
That's
go.
where I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. I mean, like, bless her heart. So, my parents come home.
I lived in Texas for a while. I know what bless your heart means.
Good job. So, anyway, so my parents come home, Kelly leaves, and I'm like, I'm in a conundrum, because I'm now seeing two sides of this, and I'm seeing an asshole in the middle, which is David.
Right.
And it's a stinky, fucked up, hemorrhoidy asshole.
Not wiped.
Not wiped. Dick.
Peanuts and corn.
All of it.
Full of
stuck on-
Klingons.
yeah.
Dick with asshole. Where did Klingons come from?
Uranus.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was good.
Give me.
Hey, it was
give me
spot
your-
on.
Give me your fucking keys.
Okay. He lives here now.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking his key. No, he hasn't moved shit in. He moved my shit in.
Right?
Okay, so I really mull this over for a while, because this is not something this is my best friend and my sister's best friend and my parents' best friend's daughter. So
My next question though is, who placed the call to Jerry Springer?
That's another part of the story.
Oh, wait, what?
Okay, yeah.
So there had to have been fist fights.
No, there wasn't. I'm getting to this. It's a long story. You guys can
that's fine.
settle
We're
in.
good.
I've got nothing
Yeah.
but time, sweetheart.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I decide I'm just gonna try to not involve myself, because
Okay,
frankly I got
that's
a lot
fair.
going on.
Yeah.
And my best friend, who never tells anybody really much of anything,
Right.
I mean, that's who really I feel like I hold my allegiance to. So
That's understandable.
we go out for coffee again, and I'm like, listen, this is not good. Like, they're very much still engaged. I went to church fucking last night,
You went to church fucking,
because just to see if this guy is still with her
I
after
gotcha.
going out with you that Saturday night, and he is. I took a picture with my phone.
Right.
Because I'm like, this is still happening. He has no intention
And
of
so
leaving
now,
this girl.
and now you're in the middle of this,
Right.
trying to
And I'm like,
essentially broker the
and
deal and be like, no, you
Yes.
shouldn't. you
and
should-
she's like really, really upset because he's already talked her off the ledge. Like, he's like, no, I swear I'm calling it off, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, no, Kelly, he's really not calling it off. He's not calling it off at all. So she's super fucking upset. Like, sees the
Understandably.
picture on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, she is in no, like, so she calls him and he's like, I don't know what she's saying to you, but like, that isn't true. And I'm like, there's a fucking picture, dude. Like, I'm not trying to,
Yeah.
but there's a fucking picture.
I'm not trying, but I'm
So,
succeeding.
in the middle of all of this, there's about there was 3 weeks to the wedding date when we saw this photo. It's about 4 days later. So now we're in
All right.
2.5 weeks now before this wedding.
Oh, so it's that close to the wedding?
Yes. So there's 2.5 weeks to the wedding. So in the middle of the time, I'm really just like still holding true with Kelly. So my mom and I are watching the news. Up flash David's name on the Channel 9 news.
Local with the announcement.
Local teacher caught with 14-year-old.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So, I'm sitting there, and my mom and I are like looking at each other, looking back at the TV.
Now,
like,
does
looking
your
at each-
mom know about...
My mom does
Kelly
not know.
and
No, 'cause
David?
when I promise I'm not going to tell someone a secret,
Right.
Then
I
Yeah.
don't tell.
Yeah.
Because that's a big deal.
Right.
And my mom is my best friend, so... And I didn't want to put my mom in that position, because my mom is really good friends
Right.
with Tina's
Okay.
parents.
Okay,
if
so
my mom-
we're publishing this.
No.
Okay.
This is all come out and this is all over and done with.
Okay,
Remember,
good,
this was
good.
like 6 years ago.
Well, yeah, I know. I just wanted to make
So-
sure that
17,
that it's
18
okay.
years ago, whatever. Like,
yeah,
don't,
it's a long
yeah.
time ago. So this is all done and gone and done with, I think. So anyway, up flashes basically his mugshot, and I'm looking at my mom. I'm like, God damn it! And so it turns out later, David not only has had a relation with an underage girl, and he's 21.
That's it.
She's-
Okay.
And he's a teacher.
So, not
He's still a teacher. He's
Yeah.
has a position of authority.
Yes.
a... Yeah.
And I mean, like,
Or not necessarily authority, but it's a position of trust.
yes. And I mean, and she's 14. And it also comes out that he's not just done this with this 14-year-old.
Oh,
Even if
no.
she-
Even if she was
no.
18, even if she was 18 and legal, it's still a
Yes,
position of
it is.
trust.
Right. It's an abuse of power.
Power.
right, right.
Yeah.
So he didn't just do it with one 14-year-old. He's done it with other 14-year-olds
Oh.
in the same class. There's about 4 of them that he's bought.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That
The
he's,
same class?
yeah.
Not
like
over
the
a
same
period
group
of years.
girls that he's had a relationship with.
Oh.
So he's
No.
bought beer for them, cigarettes for them. He's had them send nude pictures to him. Like, this guy's obviously like a sociopath and a sexual predator. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Obviously.
Because I mean, 14. What is doing it for you at 14?
I don't know.
Like, what is it?
Or like me, like
Other
me?
than
Not-
other than when you were not getting any
Yeah.
at 14.
Yeah, I just like.
Like,
Well, and that's
Like a-
like 14 is about like 13 to 15 is about that age where you're trying to figure out
yeah, and it's
like
you're awkward
what's
at
between your
14.
fucking legs.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
And
like you're gonna prey on a fort. To me, it's just like, okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I feel pale and sick, and I'm like, my mom's looking at me like, well, I hope that Tina knows about this. So I'm like, Mom, it's much more complicated than this, and now I feel like,
Are you in
okay,
that position where you have to...
I kind of have to divulge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So apparently Kelly knew that this was going to happen.
Wait,
The new-
wait, what?
Okay, so yeah, I call Kelly and I basically say, Kelly, his mugshot just flashed on the TV. Like, it's coming out on the news that this is like multiple of this, and like blah blah blah, whatever. And I'm like, this guy is bad news bears. And she's like, well, I have to tell you something. I've known about this he got fired a week ago, and the news is just now catching on to it, and they're sensationalizing it. It's not been
Well,
multiple.
She's
girls.
sensationalizing?
Yeah, she's rationalizing.
Sensationalizing it? No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's...
So I'm like, Kelly, okay, you're beginning brainwashed essentially. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm like, I don't want her to be with this guy at this point. Like, I'm scared for Kelly. Like, I'm not okay with her being around this guy. This guy's dangerous. I don't like him. So I've discovered in the 20
So
minutes,
she's Stockholmed at this point.
basically, and she's like giving him money because he's
Yeah, but she's also too old for him at this point too.
Well,
Oh my
here's the thing.
God.
But you don't. But here's the thing. Kelly looks like a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, no.
She gets
I got you.
confused on that by she's my age. She's tiny little petite body.
Right, but
And she's got like
She just
she
looks-
like a 14. She's got a body of a 14-year-old girl.
Well, and-
you know how
and-
some women just look like that, and there's
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But that's just how they
right,
are.
but here's the thing.
He
though.
obviously is attracted to a type.
With that being said, I mean, I love petite women. But here's the thing. If there's this inherent wrongness,
Exactly.
right?
So this guy, I mean, he's.
Yeah,
See what
he's
I'm saying?
obviously
I'm
fucked
just
up
like-
in the
Yeah,
head.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't even have words for this guy. For a place where you're supposed to express words, I still don't. 5 years later, I still don't have words for how fucked up this guy is.
He's a cunt.
Yes. He puts the C in twat.
Shit.
gesturing.
So, finally, I break down and I tell and by the way, I'm realizing I can't rationalize on the phone with Kelly. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna blow this thing up.
Understandable.
At this point, your friendship, I don't know if you're gonna be friends with me anymore after I told you that you shouldn't be with this guy. You're obviously not hearing me, so
well, here's the thing.
Try to fuck this guy's world up as much as I personally can.
I'm gonna
shit.
So now I've made it my mission to basically ruin this guy's life.
All right. So with that being said, you know, with a friendship, a good close friendship, your friends, if they're your true friends, in my belief, don't tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you need to hear.
Right.
I agree, but when a girl is that brainwashed by a guy and it happens,
Then she
chooses the guy over you.
That's a two-way door,
and
they
when
do
you're
come around.
And granted, like, this is like 5 years, 6 years ago, so there's a level of maturity
17 years
here.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, there's a level of maturity here that sometimes you don't have. Even though it's only not been that long of a time, you still have a maturity. You know, if this happened to now, I'd be like, no, this isn't fucking, no. Like, I would have stopped this shit. I'd have gone and kicked David's ass a long time ago. I still want to kick his ass. So anyway, I'm sitting here and I'm like, how can I make this guy's hurt? Because apparently Courtney's given this guy bail money.
Kelly?
Shit, Kelly's given this guy bail money.
That's right, you've been alright since then.
So,
Yeah.
You didn't give a last name.
So,
Keltney.
Okay, so what is it that you're planning in your head
Okay,
at this
so
point?
at this
Because
point-
I really want to know how you're going to fuck this guy's life up.
So at
'cause,
this
like,
point, I have nothing to lose. My husband's underway. My kid's relatively healthy by this point. My job, I don't start my job for a couple weeks. I have endless amounts of energy and
you
rage.
have zero
I
fucks
have
to give.
I
And nothing but time.
Ah!
Yep.
So
Yes.
the thing is my mom slightly a little bit more evil than I am.
Oh, nice.
Like, don't fuck with my mom. So, anyway, so I tell my mom everything, and my mom's just sitting there like, alright.
Was she sipping on sweet tea or... Sorry.
As they do in Oklahoma
Yeah.
and
We
Texas.
don't drink sweet tea.
Oh, that just must be a Texas
It's
thing.
kind of a Georgia...
It was a joke that fell flat.
I know.
I'm sorry.
God, Chris. Take his key.
Both of them.
All of them.
No.
Anyway, so... She's just like, literally like Mr. Burns.
Excellent.
Excellent. So, the problem with this thing is that my stepdad overhears our conversation. Now, my
Ruh-roh.
stepdad is best friends with Tina's dad. Like, grew up together, been best friends.
But, like, even
Since
so, how do you
children.
condone the act of somebody that's not even related to your best friend? Like, this is the other guy. This is the dude that's done something dumb.
Right.
And, like, it's Tina that he should be concerned about.
It is. So this is this
Okay.
is what I'm saying.
All right.
So
All right. Sorry.
in our my mom and I's evil conniving ways, Scott realizes that nothing we do is going to be good or beneficial
All right.
for Tina, because now we have to worry. Kelly's a lost cause at this point. So Tina is the one that's actually going to marry this guy. So Scott.
Wait. She's still going through with
Oh,
this?
I'm not done. You have to listen to my story.
Sorry.
man.
It's just...
So, anyway, so Scott overhears this whole conversation. Now, Scott knows that I'm best friends with Kelly.
All right.
Okay? A long time ago, Kelly babysat my dogs, because she's my dog is my best friend. Okay? I have Kelly's phone number up on my refrigerator still from that day.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh, yeah.
what Scott does is he goes over to Tina's house and basically tells Tina's dad, I know he's been, I saw him on the news, but this is the girl he's been having the affair with.
Oh,
And here's her
no.
number.
That was the 14-year-olds. It wasn't
So he gives Tina's dad Kelly's number. And Kelly is unaware of any of this. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that my stepdad gave him the note. She doesn't know this.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow. This is phenomenal.
And my mom and I don't know.
Yeah, because it was just on the refrigerator.
Yeah, and
he took it upon himself.
He overheard
oh
our
my
conversation.
God.
So we don't
It
know.
was there. It was there.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
and coming from
why the fuck not?
And coming from a guy, like, he did the right thing. He did because he was worried about his best friend's daughter.
Oh,
Okay?
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, but okay, I still want to get back to this conversation that you had with your mom
We will.
about how you're gonna fuck up this dude's life. Because
Anyway.
See,
So-
what had happened was...
I'm not even drinking. So basically, he tells David everything, and David's in shock, and he doesn't really know how to tell his daughter. And I can't imagine that conversation that he has.
Okay, so Tina's
Tina
dad,
tells his daughter.
his name is David as well.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Kind of confusing. So, David tells Tina
You gonna be right there,
that
Flapjack?
this is her dad.
Be
Okay,
fun.
so her father tells her, your fiance's having an affair. He's been arrested for...
Well, she knew that part, right?
Yeah, I don't think... I don't know. I
Oh.
don't know, because I never
All right,
really directly
all right.
talked to Tina,
Yep.
So basically...
He
from
lays
what
it out for her.
Yeah, and so I don't know how that conversation went. I wasn't privy to that conversation. But let's just say they still got married.
Wow.
Oh,
Knowing everything.
oh, that's some. I want to say dedication, but I really don't want to
Well,
say dedication.
I mean,
Like,
he's got 2 girls delusional for him.
oh.
And my mom and I thought that when Tina found out, when her father found out,
Right, that would be the
that
end
would
of
be
it.
the end of it.
Yeah.
Her father would have had him in a ditch by now. But, to be true and honest, her father is just one of the nicest. He's like a hero. He's a firefighter. Like when
All right.
Oklahoma City bombing happened,
He
happened,
was
he
down
was one
there.
of the first
Yeah.
firefighters
Yeah.
down
Okay.
there. Like, he's just true guy. tried and true.
Altruistic, like he's
Very,
just.
he's just like, I can't imagine, and I can't imagine, I would have, I'm not that nice. So anyway, so they get married, and Kelly is not talking to me,
oh,
because she's mad, because,
right.
and from what I hear, Tina's father called Kelly and said, unbeknownst to me,
Right.
and she doesn't know how Tina's father got her number. And are you having an affair with my daughter's fiance? And I hear this later from Kelly. She just hangs up the phone. Well, there's your answer. When you don't answer, you
Right.
hang up the phone. There's your
Right,
answer.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he calls her repeatedly, and he's like, listen, I just want the truth for my daughter's sake. Like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to, like...
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything.
I just want to know the truth. And
I'm the
don't
boss,
I
need
don't-
the info.
I don't need details. I just want to know, A, how long it's been going on. Is it sexual? And has he said, I love you? And she said, he's done all 3, and that's all I'm going to say. Please do not call me again. There's nothing to be said.
And at this point, he probably is not gonna. He's got his
And so-
answers.
yeah,
and
and he told his.
he's that type of person, yeah.
I'm assuming he told his daughter everything, even though even with the news. I mean, I guess I don't.
I mean, if it makes the fucking news, that's...
yeah.
They don't just...
Well, they do now, but
Well, no, but they don't just go, like... They don't broadcast just anything.
right.
They
If it's a
do-
matter of public record, then it's going to be.
Yeah, they do their due diligence.
I mean,
Right.
it's.
And it made the news.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was a week ago. Like, they didn't catch wind of it until a week
Excuse me.
later. You know what I mean? It was the school, really, like, the school, it was a big deal, because it's at a school with
Right.
4 girls. I mean, it's not...
Yeah, and
It's not...
how many others
One school
were
with 4
there?
girls in the same class.
So-
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a trial with him.
Right.
And I'm not talking to Kelly at this point. This is all I'm hearing from this is later on down the road. Well, Tina eventually leaves David. And I think it takes a year for her to eventually leave.
Well, good for Tina.
But I think he was finally, it was him getting convicted.
So the whole trial process went on, and then it actually happened,
Yeah.
it was just like, oh.
Yeah, he got and sentenced.
Yeah, so if he wasn't convicted, would she
So-
still be with him?
I don't know.
for lack of a better word, got off.
Another thing is that
Oh, Jesus.
Here's another thing is that Tina is also a nurse. You cannot be a nurse and have any relation to a pedophile.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that's another reason she left him.
Right.
So I think now I believe Tina is married and she's happy and she's living a full life right now, has kids, I believe. I've moved away and I'm out of that. But I actually had to end my relationship with Kelly because
of the blowback from...
She still is... Last I heard, she's still with him.
Ooh.
Through all of this.
Yeah.
Bought him a trailer. And he can't get a job, mind you, because he's a convicted pedophile.
Right.
Oh.
So she supported him.
So
And, by the way, while he was... and while he was sentenced in Oklahoma, another charge came up in Texas when he was acting as a youth
minister
in Texas.
Ah.
And she stayed with him through that. And I don't know if he's in jail. I think he was on parole for a while. I don't know how.
Right.
I don't know how he got parole. I really don't.
He paid somebody really, really well.
No, it's probably...
Oh, wait, he was a teacher.
Probably a sweet talker.
Yeah,
so,
he was a teacher.
That brings me back to Jerry Springer, and what I hear on it all the time. Like, I don't tune in for the show, but sometimes I just like to watch
It's on.
the decline of society.
Oh, Jesus.
It does kind of make you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you
I'm
again.
not a complete piece of shit.
But here's the thing. One thing I hear when it's like you have this woman and she's been beaten, and she obviously should have left him. I always hear the same 4 words, or quasi words. But I love him.
Quasi words is right.
Yes. So, and now my question, idiot that he is, shouldn't have done it in the first place. But if he didn't want to get caught, he should have been smarter. in the same class, I don't. Just hear me out. They're in the same class, correct?
Yeah.
You sleep with 4 girls that spend a lot of time together. Mm-hmm. Do you not think they're going to talk?
Obviously not. I mean, he obviously thinks he's in control.
And they didn't call him David.
Teenage girls.
They called him Mr. So-and-so. Oh, yeah. Me and Mr. So-and-so. Well, no, Mr. So-and-so said this to me. And then over in the corner, oh, Mr. So-and-so said this to me. And then boom, 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 boom. I bet you dollars to donuts, that's what the fuck happened.
So
now, if he did it 4 sequential years...
No, it was 4 girls.
I'm not...
Right, but
yeah,
he might have gotten away with it, is what he's
classes.
saying.
Like, I'm not advocating it. I'm just trying to figure out how...
But do you know
how
also...
it was how he got caught.
But you know, also, at the same time, what are the odds...
I'm making 100%.
No. No. What I'm saying is what are the odds that my best friend at the time...
Right.
Slept with this and found out through a picture on my refrigerator, and then my stepfather gets the number off of the refrigerator Like,
Yeah,
do you
no,
see
it's-
what the odds are?
This is like an
Colvin?
Agatha Christie novel.
Yeah, it's a random sequence of events. I mean,
that
it's
have literally imploded into this fucking shitstorm.
Yeah, it is a
But,
shit
like-
show.
And it
I mean,
sounds
for
like
fuck's sake.
it sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm really fucking not.
No.
like, no.
But here's why. The truth is stranger than fiction.
yes.
I mean,
100% of the time, you cannot make this shit up.
like sitting back and like watching this all evolve for the long. It was just like kind of.
Well, yeah, over a
mind-blowing.
year's time.
And like I don't think I've ever been so blindly in love to look past anything as any. I mean, like seriously, I'd be like, "Oh, you lost your job." I'm shallow. I'd be like, "Peace out, bitch. I like money." Stay with the dude after he molests like 4.
yeah, I mean
girls.
that's total
My
Springer.
God.
That is total Springer. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, like Mick said, but I love him.
I don't get
No,
it.
you didn't do it right, but
I-
you were close.
And it's hard
We'll
for me
practice
because
that.
it's like you need to practice your ghetto white trash.
Yeah, I'll have Steve teach you.
I need to practice my ghetto white trash.
Okay, that's old man white trash. You need ghetto.
Oh, my ghetto white trash woman. I need to practice.
Yes.
Is that what you, okay? All right, I'll get on that.
Yeah, in the shower.
But I love him.
But I love
No,
him.
you sound Asian.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, she's right, dude. She's right.
How does an Irishman sound Asian?
Just
Sorry,
like that.
Asian people. You just offended all Asians.
Because nope, done. Okay, but like I want to touch on one point. 4 teenage
You keep touching on that point. What about?
4 teenage girls, and he thought he was in control.
Yeah,
He was in
that's a
he was.
sociopath. That's a sociopath.
He was in control.
It's 4 teenage girls. Nobody can be in
And
charge
by
of
the
4
way,
teenage
he's
girls.
you
Like,
don't know with
When
who
you're
else he
when you're
was
the
living.
teacher, you are.
Like,
Well-
he's obviously, like, you hear about people like that, like, on Investigation Discovery.
Right.
And, like, you hear, like, you...
It's-
but
Oh
you-
shit! If she watches that shit, she knows how to kill us.
I'd fucking do.
Yeah, and she'd do it too.
I was getting into funeral services before
Oh,
I got
yeah.
pregnant, so
Here.
That's right.
Here's my knife. Start with
no,
him.
I
no,
start- I
no.
don't-
Put
I'm
it
not-
away.
I'm too
The knife or the penis?
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my story. Believe it or not, most scandalous thing I've ever been in. None that I asked for. Didn't ask for.
No,
any
you know,
of
you
it.
just inserted into the situation
No,
with my.
with
yeah,
your big old cock.
yeah, you're gesturing here.
cock.
Wow, that's a hell of a gesture.
That's right, I
Holy
got-
shit.
I got like videos going too. So
So anyway,
Does it have that curve to it?
yeah,
Is
like
that
like
is that the
Gonzo's
trick?
left.
like Gonzo's nose.
Oh man.
No, the other way.
Yeah, she's got to do it upside down so she hits the G
Like
spot.
an oh, that might not be so.
Boom.
All
Anyway.
right. So, Mick, do you have anything that remotely?
Not offhand.
Yeah,
Not
no,
offhand.
no. My scandalous thing is I stole a boat from a lake one time.
That's kind of a big deal.
No, it was a paddle boat.
Okay, no.
Like,
that's-
no.
Yeah, those are heavy.
No, paddle boat, like the ones where you kick your feet.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
gesturing.
you lift it on your
Did you
own?
get
No,
far?
no,
Did you
no.
just
All we
paddle
did
away?
was unhook it from the dock with a screwdriver, and then took it around for a lap on the lake.
Okay,
and
so
then
when you say stole a paddle boat from a lake,
we returned it.
in my mind though, you relocated the motherfucker to a separate body of water
No,
for your own personal
No.
fucking use.
That's not stealing. It's borrowing.
Yes.
They were
Yeah,
pissed
you-
off when they were at the dock and we left it on the shore. They were
Listen,
yelling at
that's
us.
just
They were shaking
inconvenient.
their arms. Like, you fucking kids.
Billy, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You're fine.
I said scandalous. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know any. I'm not remotely close to your story. So
Scandalous,
I
like
mean,
me.
that's it for me.
With
Like,
me, it's not really scandalous so much as just a bunch of like a series of practical jokes that I played on people. And
Oh.
that was about it. Like it's like a small thing here, a small thing there, but they fucking remember it. You know, like one time I put bouillon cubes in one of my old roommate's shower heads. I got that idea.
Dude, I don't think I'd be that mad. I'm like, it's chicken stock.
You'd be going
But you would smell like chicken stock
I'd be
on your
fine.
way to work.
all day to be
I
in
don't
your
work.
hair. I know, but when you did, so the guy I did it to he kind of had hair about almost as long as yours, and he was running on time for work, and so like he'd go in, take a quick shit, but before he took a shit, he'd start the shower, so it's hot.
I know a lot about this guy's routine.
We were roommates,
Oh, okay, well, yeah, that happened.
Oh,
as
fuck
previously
me.
stated. Yeah, no,
Shit.
so I crushed up some bouillon cubes and I put it in a shower head and I put it back. And I don't know if he couldn't smell the beef over the shit.
Because his shit right before he takes a shower.
He turned the shower on, took a quick shit, jumped in the
I
shower.
have Crohn's disease. I feel like none of my... and I mean, like, I have taken some hot, wet shits in my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would be able to interpret beef stock versus hot shits.
Or it might not have.
Have you ever eaten Denny Moore?
No, because I like money.
But the other
Denny
thing
Moore beef stew? That's like cheap.
It's cheap.
Disgusting. This looks like dog food.
But here's the thing. So
I'm shallow.
I don't know if it was that or if it was like it hadn't dissolved yet and gotten into the water stream. So he takes a shit, he jumps in the shower, and I'm gone by this point. I worked my job, I was at work earlier than he was. And I get a text message from him, all it said was fuck you. And I just sent him a smiley face back. It was glorious. But like small shit like that, like I had friends go out of town, left me a key to their house, and
First mistake right there.
Yeah. I replaced all of their, not all of them, but about half of their family photos or whatever that are around the house with pictures of dictators. So they come back and they got Gaddafi on the fridge.
Okay, but is the picture okay?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the originals are fine.
See, I think
yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
didn't
no,
sure.
it is
Actually,
hilarious.
I left
I would, if you watched my house, which you might at
I-
some point, I would be disappointed if at some point you didn't pull something like that. I'd kind of be offended.
I left the originals in the frames.
The Saddam
And
Hussein.
put them on them. Yeah, Saddam Hussein was pretty funny. And then I left one picture in Nickelback just because.
Nickelback sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bingo.
That's
Yeah,
why.
we
So-
love Canadians, but not them.
Yeah, well, I would take
Canadian.
Nickelback over
I like
Celine Dion.
Canadians.
No, I didn't know Nickel.
They are.
Yeah. And I'll take Nickelback over Celine Dion.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Them's fighting words. I like me some Celine Dion.
Yeah, and I can throw you 40 yards.
Yeah, you can. But I'm scrappy.
So, so the next joke, I'm going to play it on the same guy, same couple.
Yeah.
So,
Oh God.
I've got...
Wait, do they listen to this?
No.
Okay.
Which is
Unfortunate.
That's their
unfortunate,
fault.
but
Yeah.
if they did, they might skip over this part. But what I'm going to do is, both of them actually rely heavily on their backup camera, and there's a company that you can take a picture, or they have some pre-made ones, but you can take a picture. And so it's going to be a picture of me going like, some
Oh,
weird
where you
fucking
put it
face.
right in their backup
And you
camera on
put-
their
and they-
vehicle?
and they put it on like adhesive tape, and you put it over the backup camera. So
Oh,
when
so
they
it's
go
not
to-
even an image. Like, you don't see it. It's
Yeah.
just like a piece of Scotch tape that
Yeah,
you put on.
and it goes right
Oh my
over it.
god, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, so like they could open their trunk
And
and
not
put
see
shit
it.
in there and never
Yeah.
see it. Close the trunk, get in the car, go to hit backup, look at the backup camera, like what the fuck? So there's that, and
Oh my god, that's awesome.
yeah.
We need them as a sponsor.
So what else? One of the other things I did was I had this boss. He was kind of a prick. I mean, I respected him because he got his shit done. He was
Right.
very efficient, very, but he went on vacation, and again, he fucked up. He left me the keys to his office.
Moral of the story: do not give Mick keys
because of
work.
Well, because of work, yeah. I needed to get his credentials to log in and do some things and stuff because he couldn't do it from where he was, and shit needed to get done.
What did you do?
So I emptied out everything in his desk, like in the drawers of the desk.
Okay.
All right. And I froze about 2 cans of shaving cream.
Wait. Are we talking the actual cans?
Fucking Barbasol.
Right. But like, did you spray them into shit?
No.
And then freeze the Ziploc
I
bags? Or
froze 2 brand new unused cans of shaving cream.
No, I just want to be able to teach everybody what you're doing here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. And if this ever happens to me, I'm going to start stabbing motherfuckers. So...
Okay.
I froze him for like 2-3 days just to make sure. And while he was gone, I took a can opener.
Oh no.
Opened the bottom of them,
sides, yeah.
and left the 2 cylinders in separate drawers. And he was gone for a week.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, which brings me to the absolute, and this was not my idea. I got to give Paulie credit on this one.
Wait. What happened with the shaving cream?
It was everywhere. And I mean,
now,
everywhere.
Was it everywhere as soon as he opened the drawer? It went everywhere, or was it just everywhere in his office when he got back?
It was everywhere in the drawer, and then when he opened it, it continued to expand.
Okay, credit to Paulie.
Credit to Paulie. When we were in college, he had a great idea. There was an RA that was he was a fucking prick. And when I say prick, like, I'm a prick, this guy puts me, like, I would be Bush League compared to this guy.
Oh, shit.
And, so, we took a piss he took a piss.
Wait, the RA?
Paulie.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Into a styrofoam cup. And then we opened the freezer and we poured the piss onto a paper plate in the freezer and let it freeze. And once it was frozen, in the middle of the night, we went down to his dorm room and popped it off the plate and kicked it under the door.
Wow. That's some evil genius shit right there.
Yeah, I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't.
So, my buddy in college, we had a friend who was an RA. And so it wasn't anything nearly that mean. But we actually rigged up an apparatus with an air spray, like the air duster.
Oh, yeah.
And we figured out that you could unscrew the peephole from the outside of the door. And so we had this little tube that we put in there that was hooked up to this apparatus it was a jar of glitter. It was a jar of glitter. and she
awful.
she was a neat freak. And then we pulled the trigger on the can. And all of the glitter went. It didn't do what we wanted it to do. It did not explode the room in glitter. It was just about an arc of about 4 feet, but it was all the way to the radiator. It was just glitter everywhere for about 12 cubic feet. It wasn't. What's the worst prank you've ever pulled? Or best prank, rather, not worst, best.
Well, when I was in high school, most of my friends were guys, so I never really did pranks.
Were you involved in pranks?
I would just watch them.
Okay.
Kind of
What's the best prank you remember?
The guys at one point, and I think they got this off of a movie, for their senior prank, we got 3 pigs and painted it 1 and 3, and then we set them around the school, and they had a really hard time finding 2. Because it didn't.
Because you just had the 2 pigs.
Yeah. I think, did they have 4 pigs? I don't remember how many pigs there were. They were like baby pigs.
Okay, so I know there was
Piglets.
one prank that happened here in this town. And so it was in the old high school, right, which used to be the middle school, and anyhow, over there on the highway.
Yeah.
Right? And so it was a weekend, and it was a long weekend.
Yeah.
Right? Well, some guys snuck a cow into the auditorium and left it there over the weekend.
Poor cow.
The cow was fine. The janitor's job afterwards was not so fine.
The poor janitor. So another prank. The guys in my class were really fucked up. Like, they would take dead animals off the side of the road, and if your car was unlocked, they'd put one of the dead animals
Wow.
in your car.
Okay, so when I was in high school, the first time I ever gave blood, the guy that was my phlebotomist, ooh, look at me English right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
Excellent usage.
he went to Papillion High School in Omaha, and they're famous for their senior year pranks. Like, at one point, they had this little, like, quad area in one hallway that dropped down a few steps.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they lined it with plastic, and they filled it with various swamp aquatic life. Frogs, lily pads, like...
That's amazing.
Okay, so...
That's pretty clever.
Yeah,
I like it.
right?
Yeah.
It took them a long time to clean up because they couldn't just lift up the plastic and let the water go everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Another class, they actually released live chickens
Oh shit.
into the drop ceilings.
Oh.
And the drop ceilings are all inclusive in the entire school, so they're trying to find these live chickens that you can just see the little talons poking out of the ceiling tiles. And they're trying to chase them down, but it's all across the school. Like, it's all connected. There's no dividers in between the classroom walls at that point. And so they're just everywhere.
Are you okay?
I want to say this, but I don't want to get in trouble if I say this. Like, I probably...
Is the statute of limitations
I hope so.
exceeded? Alright, I think you'll be okay.
You can be vague about it.
We stole, well, no, you can't be, we stole a cop car. And rode it, and like, seriously,
How did you not start with
super
that?
trooped our way around Arcadia
Wow.
for a night.
The-
How in the fuck we did not go to jail forever? Because we pulled people over
Wait,
and
what?
used the horn and be like, get out, lay on the ground, pull your pants down.
Oh, fuck.
Search yourself.
Yeah.
All right, nothing. We're leaving.
And how we pulled this off is that the guy's dad, it was his car. So technically we just stole his, like, we didn't like steal some random cop's car, but
He was off duty.
he was out of
Yeah.
town, and it was just bad.
The keys were in it.
Did you put it back afterwards?
Oh,
Did you try and Ferris Bueller
no, they're like he knew
the mileage gauge?
No, like it was the secret. Like,
Ran it out of fuel.
We just
I
left
was
it on the
just
side
in
of the road.
car. I
Yeah.
was just in the car, and I want to say it wasn't my idea, but it was I didn't drive it,
Well, at least the three of you didn't get in the back seat and then not be able to get out.
but it was my idea. I mean, I'll take credit for. I don't take credit often, but that was my idea, and that was probably one of the stupidest things I have ever done.
and quite possibly one of the best things you've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look back on your life, I don't regret it. But like, it could have gotten.
If you had not,
I regret nothing.
If you had not done that, you would have been 80 on your
Damn
deathbed.
it, why did I not steal that card that one time?
And you'd been like,
Yeah.
I should have done that.
I mean,
And then alternatively,
and not get caught.
80 on her deathbed, it could have been on her bucket list.
She could have done it anyway.
Gone out in a blaze of glory.
And if you know me now, I'm like so reserved. I'm like, I'm out.
Well,
I'm out by 10 o'clock.
We've established that you're shallow and you love money.
And I'm not.
Shallow,
ashamed.
loves money, and reserved.
And not reserved.
I'm a
No.
lady.
No, she is reserved.
No, Rachel, you have lady parts. You are not.
You have lady
lady.
parts
Nobody.
along with the giant penis.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, because I don't know anybody who could steal
All
a
about
cop car
convenience.
without
Lady
having
parts
a
does
giant
not a lady
penis.
make. Yeah.
I know. I'm so sorry, Mom. You raised me better.
Yeah. So, all right,
All right.
on to the next
Yeah,
topic.
we'll be back.
Take 9. Action. Yeah, we recorded this a few times.
Yeah, a couple.
Well, we got to get it right.
Well,
So, we're signing off. We're trying to, at least.
you're trying to.
Christopher. Yeah, no, I tripped over my tongue a few times. But, so follow us on the Twitter. Mostly we get drunk and play hashtag games. We have the Facebook and the website, nonsense-inq.com, where we now have a way for you, the listener,
To directly.
yeah, without having to download another app, you can just listen to it right there from your browser.
Yeah.
On the desktop, it'll be right there at the top. And on a mobile, there will be, I guess it's called the menu button.
Yeah.
But
3 lines.
horizontal lines. You hit that motherfucker with your thumb, and you'll have a couple of options. One will bring you back to where you just were.
One will give you information that you don't want to you don't need to know.
But it's kind of funny nonetheless. And the last one says, listen to our show. And when you go there, you can scroll through all of the shows that we have uploaded there. And
Yeah,
you don't have to download any third-party apps.
Yeah.
So,
Working on a few other things. Wow, the light just
that
kicked
just happened.
on.
Anyway, so, thank you for your time. And please keep listening in the future.
Yeah, don't forget Instagram that we don't use.
Yeah, I posted something today.
Did you?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Anyway, so, but follow the Instagram too. I mean, we're going to use it. We fucking promise.
Yeah, we promise.
We mean it.
You can't see me gesturing with my fingers crossed.
Yeah, we promise. So, all right. Well, thanks again, and I don't know, whatever. Thanks.
See you soon.
It's an audio show, dude. We don't see anybody.
Oh shit.
Yeah. See us soon because we video recorded some shit.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just got to figure out a way to Photoshop the top off of her so she's just wearing a bra.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my head.
We Photoshop your head out of it too.
Yeah. No,
That-
I can
that'd
do
be nice.
that.
So
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.